The 19th century saber is a daunting weapon meant to be used from horseback, quite heavy, and not something that came naturally to the soldier, Union or Confederate, of the 1860s. To train a man in the use of these took some extra effort. One of the manuals, which was in production at the time both for the North and the South, was George Patton's Manual of Cavalry Drill and Saber Exercise. It emphasizes various points about the saber. One interesting note that you will see within is the position of the left hand. In all the dismounted exercises, as the men prepare to use the saber, you'll see the left hand very stationary right about here, no matter what other exercise they're doing, whether it's a moulinet, right or left, whether it's one of the various parries or strikes. At all times their left hand is right here. That is because this is not meant to be a dismounted weapon at all. Even though you conditioned your arm and shoulder and learned the basic strokes dismounted, it's to be used on horseback. So that left hand simulates the hand that is holding the reins and that can't be jerking the horse's head about in the course of using the saber itself. There were other methods used for saber instruction. One of the most well used was the broadsword training target. Now, to a 19th century man, a broadsword was a sword that was broader than the small sword. So the saber fit firmly in that category. And the broadsword training target was to condition your shoulders and your reflexes to the basic strokes. How this worked, our reproduction here comes from Rules and Regulations for the Sword Exercise for Artillery, copyright 1834. And this target would guide the recruit through the basic series of strokes. Number 1, diagonally downward, and you see a dotted line to lift the point for performing number 2. Like so. Number 1, lift, number 2. The sword would be turned over and brought up for 3 and 4, and so forth through the exercise. This is quite a stout and a heavy weapon. 19th century sabers were. In fact, the nickname for the standard Army issue cavalry saber was Old Wrist Breaker. So saber training was not necessarily the most fun for the young cavalry or artillery soldier. In fact, as one South Carolinian noted, saber exercise on foot at 11 o'clock, taught by a drill master, a very crabby one at that.